Friends, we have another foundation review. Patrick Starr has dropped a new foundation. We're also going to look at a new sponge that came out not too long ago from Real Techniques. It's called the Makeup Saver Sponge, and we're going to talk a little bit about this too, and we're going to try it with this foundation. So if that sounds like something that interests you, then keep on watching. Okay, friends, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. So as I mentioned in the intro, we are going to look at a new foundation by One Size. Now, the reason why I'm excited about this one is because I have worn, and I also reviewed this foundation product. It's called the BBB Cream Beauty Blur Balm, and I reviewed this on my channel. I think this came out 2 years ago. So it's in my foundation review list if you want to go back and watch it. I was a fan of this. I didn't like the little spout here, but the product itself was great. So when I saw that he was coming out with a full coverage foundation, I was all into it. I wanted to give this a try. So I started to see it being put out there about 3 weeks ago, and then a week before launch, people were getting their PR boxes, and so this was an early access purchase. If you're a Rouge member, you get early access. So I purchased it as soon as it dropped on the 23rd. It showed up a couple of days ago, and it is now the weekend, so this is when I really do my filming. Let me give you a little background on this foundation. So it looks like there's 38 shades. It says it is the Turn Up the Base Full Beat Waterproof Liquid Foundation. It says it's long wearing, it's waterproof, it's vegan, full coverage, matte finish, liquid formula, a long wear waterproof sweat-proof foundation formulated with only 16 ingredients that gives full coverage and maximum comfort to visibly blur and smooth without clogging pores. It has amino acids in it that prevent makeup breakdown and provides water and sweat resistance. It has 100% plant-derived emollients that replace silicone for a smooth feel, and rice silk powder that serves to blur the skin with a soft focus effect. He's calling this a full beat reimagined, transfer the complexion with weightless full coverage that looks as good as it feels, because full coverage, sometimes you can feel it. This foundation is formulated with amino acid lauryl lysine to prevent makeup breakdown, while 100% plant-derived emollients replace silicone for a soft matte finish that hugs skin all day. It is a dermatologist-tested, non-comedogenic, and it's suitable for sensitive skin, which is what I have. We're also going to look at this Real Techniques new Makeup Saver Sponge. So when I saw this was coming out, I was really excited about it, because if you watch my reviews, you know that my preferred method of putting foundation on is with my fingers. And so this is supposed to act like your fingers. So you don't wet this. You just use these little pads that almost look like fingertips, because they have like the little swirls like you have on your prints from your fingers. So let's go ahead and we'll try to use the sponge, and we'll see what happens with it, and then we'll also try it with a brush. So I'm just gonna take my glasses off, push my hair back, and we're gonna start the application. This on, so we get our hair off our face here. Let's see, so it says to shake it really good, and I'll show you the component. It is a frosted glass. It has the red shiny top, which is his aesthetic, which I love. I think it's beautiful. It has a little insignia on top for the One Size brand. And I got shade 35N Neutral. Now, I could probably wear a few different shades. I watched somebody else, another beauty creator that I'm kind of like her shades twin. She went with a rosier undertone and she said that actually worked for her. And I noticed that sometimes rosy undertones work for me. But then I watched another content creator who also is a little more lighter skin because I'm really a light to medium neutral, but I have true olive undertones. And she was using 35N. So I was between two shades. I just went with the 35N. So hopefully this is the right shade. So I already shook it up and it is very thick. And you could see that it's moving a little bit, but it feels nice. There's the consistency. So let's go ahead and start getting this on. Okay, so before we get started, I have mature skin. I live in Arizona. I have normal to dry combo. I have hyperpigmentation. I have some redness. And I don't have a lot of texture. I have a little bit of texture, but I don't really have large pores or anything like that. So hopefully that helps you if you're trying to figure out if this would be a fit for you in terms of the consistency and the coverage and so forth. So let's go ahead and try this. I think I'm supposed to use this side. Oh, this feels weird. Looks a little more yellow in my camera. I just want you to know that. I shoot on an iPhone. I do want to get a camera, and I might actually get one this year. I've been researching and seeing what's out there and see if I can get one. Of course, there'll be a lot of sales coming up with the holidays. Okay, so I think the coverage is pretty good. I mean, that's one layer. Like I said, we use this sponge. Let me go ahead and switch over and do this side with a brush. And let's see how it applies. Okay, so for a full coverage, here's my thoughts. This feels very lightweight, but as far as coverage goes, I mean, it did cover up my hyperpigmentation, but I am going to try to put a little, I'm going to do like a half a pump, and let's see if we can do a little more covering up in those areas that kind of are troublesome for me. Especially around my mouth. Okay. So I think this is really nice. I'll tell you what, it doesn't look matte to me. It's kind of got more of like a natural finish. I'm just checking around my mouth to see if it's sitting there. Take a look. So this is a pump and a half. I don't want to layer something that's full coverage too much on my face because then I think it could be a bridge too far. Let's go ahead and add some concealer. I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal True Match. I got this in a beauty box that a larger content creator sent to me. In fact, I did a video my last video was trying on those products. So if you want to go back and see that, I do also try on a foundation in that video. Okay, so I'm going to take the other side of this sponge, and because I think that's what this is for, this smaller side, and I'm just going to tap this concealer in. What do you think about the color? I think this shade is good. I think it works for me. Like I said, I think there's a couple of other shades that could probably work for me. If this one was pulled too yellow, then I was going to swap it out for the one with the rosy undertone. But honestly, I think the fact that I have an olive undertone, I think this is why this works for me. Let's go ahead and apply some of the other products and see how they work with this foundation. So I'm going to go in with the Milk Makeup. Getting low on this. We just found out the dates for the Sephora sale. They always disclaim Makeup Craze is the one that posted it. It looks like it starts November 1st, and then it usually goes for 14 days, with the first, I think, 5 days or the first week is Rouge access only. So Rouge gets that immediate access, and then last year they didn't tier the other 2 tiers. They just opened it up to everybody, if I remember correctly. But sometimes they'll do the second tier for a few days, and then it'll be available for everybody else. So that's what we know right now. I also picked up this Essence Juicy Balm. I was in Ulta just meandering around, and I saw this, and I was like, and I think they said it was new. And I was like, I want to try that. So it smells like, this one smells like watermelon. It feels really nice on my lips. Like that just gave my lips like a big drink of water. Okay, and then for blush, I don't have a Patrick Star or a one size blush, unfortunately. I really want to try one. Maybe I'll get it in this year's Sephora sale. Maybe I'll try one, but we're going to go in with this Lawless. This is Lawless's newest blush release. I don't remember when these came out, but it wasn't that long ago. And they're cream. And the reason why I picked this one, the shade name is Angel, is because Sephora is releasing, I feel like everybody is doing these like favorites or these, you know, these advent calendars this year. I mean, they're dropping like crazy on the Sephora website. Anyway, one of the Sephora sets actually comes with this blush in this shade. So I wanted to use it today. So if you like it or you've been wanting to try the formula, I'd say just get the Sephora favorites that it comes in, because it's a good deal. Because I think this blush is like $29. It's close to $30, if not $30. So I think for like another 28 bucks, you get a couple of more full-size products. And then of course they always throw the minis in there too. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like I want to try an advent calendar. I know they're not usually a great deal. You know, they're not, you don't get them for value. But if there's a brand that you want to try, or like the Sephora Advent Calendar this year, Leah Janae opened that one, and I was actually very impressed with that. I know at the time she did that video, it was sold out, but you know, I usually don't like the Sephora Advent Calendars, but I really liked that they put a bunch of different brands in there, and so I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying to spend wisely, especially with the sale coming up. So kind of gotta like reserve a little bit. Anyway, that is the Lawless. You could see how, you know, it gives like just a really nice, beautiful glow. It's very pretty. This shade Angel is very subtle. Okay, so I know I just put that lip product on, but if I'm gonna get the lip pencil and the lip products to sit properly on my face, I've got to take it off. So I just wanted to illustrate it for you. So if it's something you're interested in, I'll put all these products, of course, down below for you. I'll list them, the products, the shade names, like I normally do. So I'm just going to remove this and we'll put on the One Size lip products. Okay, my friends, so now we're going to put on the One Size lip products. Like I said, I don't have a lot of his products, but everything that I've tried, I've really, really enjoyed. So this is his lip liner. These retail for about $14, and that's really good for a product that's, a line that's being sold in Sephora. Most lip liners are $20 to $30. So really, really like this shade. This is called Outta Line. Maybe a little swatch there. And then he also puts the shade, the color of the shade on the end of his pencils too. So let's go ahead and fill this in. Okay, it's almost like this is my lips, but a little bit better. Okay, and then I have this lip product, which is a liquid lip on one side and then a gloss on the other. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't understand this shade. It's kind of like a peachy shade. It's not my favorite. It reminds me kind of like concealer lips. It doesn't look right on me, but I do like the formula. And this is especially when you see the gloss. So there's the 3 shades together. But for the purpose of the video, I will put this shade on. I'm just telling you that it's not my favorite, but I just want to show you. You see that? It's very like, I don't know, not my fave. Anyway. And I don't know if it really goes with this liner, but I wanted to show you the liner. So now we're going to go in with the gloss. And I think, in my opinion, the gloss really helps it. So there's the lip products together. Okay, so what I'm seeing, like first impressions here, this foundation does not look matte to me. It just doesn't. It looks more like natural or glowy. Not glowy, but it has like a glow to it. And I don't think, even though the Lawless blush has a glow to it, I don't think that's what it is, because I was seeing that before I put the blush on. So let's go ahead and put a highlighter on. We'll see how it looks with the highlighter. I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Moon Crush highlighter. And again, I'll put the shade and everything down below for you. So let's just get this on and see. Very pretty. I reviewed this, I think, I'm not sure if it was a dedicated Too Faced video, but I did review it when I received it. So this is how it's looking without powder. You'll have to let me know if you think, what you think of the coverage. Looking at myself in the mirror up close here, I get it all off I just want to make sure that, it's, okay. I think it looks okay around the mouth too, but here's one last look. I think what I'm going to do is because I really don't like to look this glowy. I'm actually really surprised that this is the finish of this foundation when it claims to be matte. So I'm just going to take a little bit of Huda. This is her loose powder. And I'm going to take a little tiny Real Techniques. And I'm going to do a little bit under my eye too. I think this is a little bit better. So there's how it's looking powdered. I think it took the shine down a little bit. I kind of prefer this look, but you can still see that even though it's matte, it's still got some nice glow to it. So here's my first impressions. I think it feels very light. I think the color is fine, the shade, and I like the way it's sitting on my skin. It reminds me of another foundation that I did a review on, another high-end competitor. It feels almost like skincare. Very big difference to this. This is a Blur Balm, so it's not a foundation, but this, in my opinion, feels like it has more coverage than this does. Now, if this is too heavy and almost too much for you, then I think the foundation you might like more if that product didn't work for you. But it's definitely a big difference from that other product. I mean, they pale in comparison, in my opinion. So, but yeah, we'll have to see how it hangs on. I can try to pin a comment because it is early in the morning here on Saturday, and I'll try to pin a comment and I'll let you know how it wore, because this will be on my face until I take it off tonight before I go to bed. So one other thing that I want to mention to you, I just want to give a shout out. You know that I have hyperpigmentation. I've brought this up a number of times. During the Ulta sale, they actually had the Murad Environmental Shield Rapid Dark Spot Correcting Serum. It was 50% off because it's expensive. I'm constantly trying to find something that can rid me of this once and for all. And so it's been quite a journey. I do like the Peter Thomas Roth. I thought that was really effective, but I wanted to try a different product. So I started to use this. We'll see how it goes. And then in my Sephora box last year, they put these Dr. Dennis Gross Extra Strength Daily Peels in there. This is the smallest one you could buy. You could actually buy this amount from Sephora. And I heard that they're really they can really irritate your skin. So if you have sensitive skin, you have to be careful, like ease yourself into it. And this is the Extra Strength Daily Peel. It's an alpha beta, I think that says. Without my glass, a little difficult for me to see. But it basically has like these two pads, right? So there's like a step 1 and a step 2. It takes you leave it on your face like 2 minutes or something. You don't leave it on long. And wow, I really was like impressed by how much that like just smoothed out my skin. Now today, before I did this last week, so I don't want to do it too much. I'll probably do it again maybe Sunday until I could get eased into it. But today I just used like my rice polish from Tatcha, because I like to try to get my skin as smooth as possible when I'm going to do a foundation review. And anyway, I just wanted to shout that out because I probably am going to re-up on these when the Sephora sale happens. And of course, the jury is still out on this. I literally just started using it like a week ago, or maybe not even a week ago. You're supposed to use it day and night. I'm trying a new beauty product, like for, skincare. I like to mention it and shout it out. And as far as what's on my eyes, I'm using the Glam Light Hershey's Kisses Lava Palette. I really love the formula of Glam Light's eyeshadows. I think they're really good. And here's what that color story looks like. So really pretty. I just wanted to give it a try today because I had purchased this during like one of their like really good sales. And I hadn't gotten to it yet. Now, as far as the sponge goes, I think it's good. This sponge is $9, so it's not, in my opinion, that's not inexpensive for a face sponge, right? And considering you can buy like beauty blender knockoffs for much less than that probably. But I think it's something to get used to. Like I use this side to put the foundation on, and then you saw me illustrate how to use this side to get into those much smaller spaces. So I think it's nice. I would try to use a coupon on this. There's always coupons at Ulta. Like I said, I think the $9 price tag is a little much, but I don't see a great difference with this than using a regular sponge. I think it's nice. I think this, in my opinion, I think people are either going to love this or they're not going to like it at all. I'm just going to make that prediction. Let me take the band off and we'll wrap this up. Okay, friends, so I hope that you found the review of these products that we tried on today to be helpful to you. My goal is always to help you out so that you are feeling like you're spending your coin in the best possible way, especially in the times we're in right now where inflation is so high and, these products can be, they can really take a hit on your wallet. So you want to be discerning with what you're going to try. So I always hope that you find these videos helpful. I do want to thank you for your time and being with me today. Your time is very important. And if you hung in there and watched this to the end, I want you to know that I really do appreciate it. If you're not already following me, please hit that subscribe button and join our little makeup family here. And follow me over on Instagram. All the information will be down below. So thank you so much again for watching this video, and I'll see you soon. Thanks again.